I was chaplain at Lincoln College at Oxford University. I got a call and he said that he had heard about me. I was driven up to campus and had a look around, and I think, honestly, I was probably the last candidate standing. I became headmaster at 33 years old.
I distinctly remember the first time I met Father Dunnan. I was a prospective student in the 6th grade, and at that time Father had just come over from England.
And he just sat me down and looked at me and told me about what it was like to be a St. James girl. And I remember just thinking it seemed like the perfect place.
He kind of set the tone for the whole community.
One of the attributes that Father Dunnan has is the fact that right off the bat you feel like you've known him for a long time.
You can't help but notice Father Dunnan, not least because every morning starts with the chapel.
He has this natural feeling. He gives off his persona, makes you feel like you can really trust this person.
His personality really represents something that you don't see a lot today at all. There's an earnestness and an honesty that he brings to the table, and a moral compass. You know, he's not afraid to say, this is what I believe is right and good.
I would best describe Father's presence on campus as sort of the benevolent uncle, the person who might not be a family member, but is always welcoming you into his home and into his life, and always looking after his students.
Oh Lord, bless our school.
I really view my responsibility as headmaster of this school to, I'm in loco parentis. I am that additional parent, and I am, making sure that they're safe and that they're doing well, and most importantly, that they're loved.
I think before I came here, the concept of a headmaster or a principal was someone that you didn't want to end up in their office. So I kind of tried to avoid Father Dunnan my first couple weeks here, to be quite honest. I think 3 months into being a student here, I actually ended up being at his table.
You want to go somewhere where you fit.
So fast forward 3 years as I ended up becoming the senior prefect, and a lot of that was because of the lessons that I learned through Father. He led through example and through humility, and I think those two things are what I molded myself after.
I never once doubted that what he was saying was what he believed. That's powerful for a teenager, for a young person who's trying to figure out who they are.
Okay, do you want to just try it? When you're a student at this school, you're encouraged to be involved in a lot of different activities. You know, the school is his home. It's not just his job. It's what he loves, it's his vision.
My goal, my responsibility here is to guard the school and build it and protect it and keep it the place the students need it to be.
I got to see the school as a student, as an alumni, and as a faculty member. And it's really unbelievable the change from 1993 till now. I mean, the education that students can get here is really impressive. And that is, I think, a direct result of Father Dunnan.
He's really rebuilt this school into a competitive force in the Mid-Atlantic region. He is the new St. James.
I would argue what is unique about St. James, and what I have worked very hard to achieve here, is that commitment to community and the deeper relationships that come with community and the kind of emotional growth that comes with that, the integrity, the leadership. That remains our primary goal.
Why do you know that Czechoslovakia was a democracy?
The best part of my job is being with the students. I have students here I baptized as infants. I have, alumni who come back and see me who, I didn't just give them a hug at graduation, I married them to their husbands and their wives, and then baptized their children, and I'm still a part of their life. So that's incredibly anchoring. I have been asked to go and do other things. And my answer has always been no, because I don't want to leave the fourth formers. And you know, when you are between 14 and 18 years old, you're into yourself and you're constantly on stage, and it's a kind of perpetual performance. That's why they're so amusing. And I think that St. James delights in that.
What do the children of Macomb know about this malevolent phantom?
Some of my best memories are in the evenings after study hall, going to Father Dunnan's house. And he would open up his house, he would have tea and cookies, and we'd sometimes watch TV or just sit and talk.
Having a headmaster who sees you as a real person when you're a teenager matters so much.
That's what it means to be a priest headmaster. You pray for them, and you care about them, and you're here for them.
We sing thy praises, O God.
And that's so rewarding and really all-consuming, and it's what I do. I think over the years, the priest part of priest headmaster has gotten stronger and stronger. There's this kind of parish. Well, no. St. James is a shrine.
I was a Muslim student here at an Episcopal school. When I say father, I actually mean father. You know, he's like a father for me. He's my third parent, essentially. I would say that he's had the single largest impact on me of anyone in my life.
I think the most important lesson that Father Dunnan has taught me is forgiveness.
I am much more compassionate and patient because those are the things that I admired in him and look to exemplify myself.
The way I am now and what I'm doing now and the things that I'm involved in is almost, almost due entirely to him.
I feel like looking back now, that was exactly what I needed, was somebody to set that example as an adult, to say, this is how you should act, this is how you should behave.
Frankly, I have to say I view Father Dunnan as a bit of an aberration. This is a man who has made his life's work a school, and I think that's an experience that is entirely rare. I know of no other person who has felt such a sense of dedication or passion to do a similar thing.
Well, it's wonderful to know that they've noticed that, because it's what I've tried to do. I try to be a good person. I always joke when I'm talking to them individually, and I'll say, at the end of it all, when I'm no longer here, somebody's going to walk up to that pulpit. Maybe that student I'm talking to right then and there. Somebody is, and I hope it's a student. I just know what the opening line of that, alumnus or alumna is going to be. I know he or she is going to get into that pulpit and say, I was Father Dunnan's favorite. I know they'll say that. And everybody will laugh, because they were too.
Well, Father Dunnan, I'd like to congratulate you on your 20 years. I wasn't sure you'd make it this long, but I hope you plan to stick around for 20 more, because I have a couple kids I'd like to send through as well. Thank you.
Father, I just want to say thank you for everything you've done. I came in as a little girl, and I'm back as a young woman, and I really, really owe my success and what I hope will be my future success to you.
Congratulations, Father Dunnan, on surviving 20 years at St. James School. You've done a great job here. You've molded and groomed a lot of great individuals, and I know I love you, and I know everybody else that's gone here and attended St. James School loves you as well.
I know you know that you are one of the most important people in my life, and thank you for everything that you do for us.
On behalf of myself, who you've touched so very dearly, and on behalf of all the other students whose lives I know you have touched, thank you from the bottom of my heart.